So guys, Unicorn brought out their brand new board, the Unicorn ECLIPSE Ultra, and I paid the eye-watering £84, including shipping, to get this board and test it out for you guys. So if you are someone who regularly watches my videos and you're not yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button, and also please leave a like on the video because I kind of need it for this one, please. So here we have it, the Unicorn ECLIPSE Ultra. We're going to be testing out this board today. We're going to be seeing if this is worth 84 quid or 75 quid or wherever it is that you buy it from, if it's worth that sort of money, and we're going to hopefully by the end of this video have an answer for you. So when it comes to doing reviews, I often think to myself, what do you guys want to know about the product that I'm reviewing? And for this dartboard, that was exactly the same. I had a little think to myself trying to work out what you guys would like to know about this board, whether the sisal is really compact, or maybe you want to know how deep the wires go into the board, or how far the wires stick out from the board, if the wires are thinner than a normal board or thicker, and maybe you want to know if my board came with any imperfections, or maybe you want to know that the colouring is slightly different, or there's a little bit of a hue change in the treble 20 or something. And then I realised you guys don't care about that sort of thing. You want to know if the board's going to last very long, and you want to see me try and destroy it. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing in today's video. I have set up a gauntlet of dart points to throw into the board, and we're going to spend 10 minutes throwing at the 20 using every single point to see what sort of damage is done. So the dart points start off with no grip on them and work their way up to an extremely grippy point. So for the first point, we're going to be using plain black points. Nothing special about them. We're going to be throwing for 10 minutes at the treble 20 and throwing with these plain black points just to see if it does any damage whatsoever. Points number 2 are these target points. I'm not sure what they're called, but they're my match point. They're the points that I use, and there is a little bit of grip on these. The next points are a little bit grippier than the last ones. I don't know what these are called. If anyone in the comment section knows what these are, then feel free to let me know. They're a pretty grippy point. They're not insanely grippy, but they are fairly grippy for a dart point. So that's going to be our third point. And then the fourth point is going to be the MIB grip points. I can't remember exactly what ones these are called, but that's what we're going to be using next. And then the final dart point is going to be the most aggressive dart point you can ever get. These are literal wood files that you can actually cut tungsten with. I've tried it. I've done it in a video before. You can actually cut into tungsten with these. These are that mental. That's how this is going to go. 5 sets of points, 10 minutes each. Let's see what kind of damage we do. So after a few minutes of trying to throw a dart into the treble 20, I realised that I'm actually not that great at darts. And when you're not feeling very well and you're a bit tired and you're really hungry, it's not a very good time to try and play darts at the best of your ability. So I decided we're not going to do it that way. We're going to go back to the old method, the way that I've done the first video testing dartboards, and we're going to stab the treble 20 and the single 20 100 times with each dart and see what happens. Okay, so the first segment actually still looks brand new. 100 stabs in the treble 20, 100 stabs in the single 20, or in this situation the 3. It looks perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. It looks really good. So yeah, good job on the smooth points. Next up are the target crosshatchy point thingies. We're going to try these next and see what kind of damage these do on the 7. So good luck, Unicorn dartboard. We're on to point number 2 of 5. Let's go. Okay, point number 2. Oh, that's warm. The point's really warm. Point number 2, it looks pretty much the same as point number 1. Maybe a tiny bit more damage. There's a little bit of fibers coming out there, but like literal tiny amounts. So 100 stabs in that, 100 stabs in that with these target grip points. Like it's fine. It's absolutely no problem. Next up, we're going to use the next points, which I actually don't know what these are, but I'm not sure what these are. But they're a lot grippier than the last one. So move on to the 8. We're going to do 100 stabs in there, 100 stabs in there, and we're going to see what it does. See if there's any damage. Let's go. Okay, we got our first bit of wear. This treble 20, it feels a lot rougher. There's definitely some damage in the treble 20, but it's a lot more noticeable in the single. So there is a lot of damage really in this. I was kind of hoping there would be less than this, if I'm being completely honest. So there's quite a lot of fibers coming out here, and it's just very rough. I mean, that's 100 stabs. I mean, how often would you hit 100 darts in that little section? Maybe in a few hours of playing. So the damage with this point in particular is quite bad. I thought it'd be better than that, but it's not. So anyway, moving on to the next ones, which are the MIB grip points that people seem to really like. We're going to smash up the 14s on this one, and we're going to see what kind of damage this does. So yeah, let's just do it. Let's just see how it goes. Okay, the next points, the MIB points. You can see the difference between this segment and this segment. If I blow the kind of the fluff away, it doesn't look as bad, but you can definitely see it's worse. It's a lot worse. And there's in this segment, the fibers were coming out, but they weren't really coming out very far. In this one, the fibers are really coming out quite far. So yeah, not the best, not the greatest, but that's what that looks like. Onto the 12 with the crazy one. So moving on to the file points, we're going to be doing them in the 12, 100 in there, 100 in there. Let's see how they get on. Okay, so the last one, the most aggressive one, it's definitely done the most damage. The 20 actually doesn't look as bad as that one, but it definitely feels worse. It doesn't look as bad, but it feels worse. And then the single 20, again, it kind of doesn't look that bad, but when you touch it, it's like, it's pretty bad. I mean, as far as this board goes, again, the same with the last board. This is the kind of the thing that I was saying in the last video that I did. When you use points that aren't aggressive, this board holds up really well. But as soon as you start adding grip to the points, the board does get a bit mashed up, and it struggled there. Them three it struggled with. The first two were fine. The next three it's kind of had a bit of a mare there. So that is the Unicorn ECLIPSE Ultra board. It kind of performs pretty similarly to the last board in my opinion. Maybe a tiny bit better. I think it actually has performed better than the old board. Because on the first video the fibers were literally being pulled completely out. At least they're kind of still in there on this one, but overall the board, I mean, rough points damage boards. I mean, what can I say other than that? Rough points do damage boards, and as far as this board goes, I am actually really impressed with it. I think it's a really nice board. I just think the testing is a little bit brutal, but yeah. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I'm sorry that I couldn't do it standing up and throwing. I just had a bit of a mare there. I wasn't throwing very well. So I thought I'd just do it this way because it'd be the simplest way of doing it and the most accurate way of doing it. But anyway guys, thanks for watching today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like on it and subscribe if you're brand new. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.